of ancient Egypt, I've inserted two sticks or obelisks, one up here in Alexandria and one down here in Syene. Now, if at a certain moment each stick casts no shadow at all, that's perfectly easy to understand, provided the Earth is flat. If the shadow at Syene is at a certain length, and the shadow at Alexandria is the same length, that also makes sense on a flat Earth. But how could it be, Eratosthenes asked, that at the same instant there was no shadow at Syene and a very substantial shadow at Alexandria? The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is curved. Not only that,
there was a famous experiment conducted by Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes. And there are two cities in the old world, and one of them, they knew that at 12 noon on a particular day of the year, that the sun was directly overhead, and you can see the bottom of a well.
Oh, okay.
You don't run around looking at the bottoms of wells.
No.
Because the light doesn't take, it's just, no.
Doesn't get down there.
Doesn't get down there.
How can we use this observation to see if Earth's surface is curved? We needed another well. Turns out we can't see the bottom of both wells at the same time. What might explain this? Well, there are two possible explanations. First, we could have a flat Earth. With the sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle.
the only answer was that the surface of the Earth is curved. Not only that,
we could have a flat Earth with the sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle.
software to model the experiment. Eratosthenes' claims are still considered evidence, even though his method is not reproduced routinely, and his measurements could not possibly be accurate. People who have tried to reproduce his shadow experiment showed that it works on a flat surface with a smaller and closer sun like the one we can see, and with a curved surface and a very far away and larger sun.
Eratosthenes measured could be explained by a flat Earth if the sun were only a few thousand miles away and 32 miles across. The math would work out the same.
The problem that often escapes the perception of Eratosthenes' proponents is that we can film the sun growing and getting smaller throughout the day as it moves closer during sunrise and farther sunset. This was initially denied since in the ball Earth model, the sun's size could never change, but the photographic evidence that the sun does indeed change sizes during the day is by now overwhelming. And there's a video by this guy, Wolfie, who is claiming that the sun is not changing sizes, and you can go and download that video and put it in the software, get the beginning and the end of the video, and you will see that there is a change in the size of the sun, and it is done with a solar filter, with the idea that there's no change because there's no glare, but in fact there is a change if you measure it, and I've done that.
As the area of our knowledge grows, so too does the perimeter of our ignorance.
Where a reflection of the sun would move around.
I'll show you in my experiment coming up. Right now, see, it's locked in its position on the cloud. It is not moving. It is moving, even though the camera's moving up and down, side to side, that reflection should be following the eye and the camera.